Hello and greetings. My name is Anthony Harris, and I'm a solutions engineer here at Zoom. Today, I will give an overview of the Zoom dashboard. Now, you ask, what is the Zoom dashboard? It's a tool that allows administrators on the account to view information ranging from overall usage to live in-meeting data. This data can be used to analyze issues that may have occurred, as well as better understand how users are holding meetings within your company. I'm going to share my screen with you and give you an overview of what it looks like. Now, we're going to do two things. I'm going to go from left to right as well as go down the page. As you see at the top here, you have dashboard, you have meetings, you have Zoom rooms, CRC, webinars, IM, download, and Zoom phone. These are areas that you can look into to understand the usage on your network. One of the first things you'll see before going any further is the date range. Now, this is the default date range that it came upon when I opened it up. But you'll also see here that you have default date ranges that you can choose, or you can use a custom range to make one of your own. Just depends on how you want to consume the data. As we go down, you'll see that you can actually look at your top 10 users, and you can sort those by either by meetings or meeting minutes or IM sent messages or IM received messages. You'll also, if you're looking here, you'll also recognize these arrows. Well, these arrows will allow you to actually download the information into CSV files so that you can consume and look at later. You'll also see as we go down, you'll see the top 10 locations by either meeting minutes or meeting participants or meeting participants and IM participants. And again, you can download that information as well. Meetings year-to-date trend, again, another customizable date range. And down here, you'll actually see devices by meetings. Now, here's the great thing. When you look at it by meetings and devices, you can see, hey, some of these devices are Mac, some of them are Windows. They have, in this case, they have a much larger percentage than any of the other devices. Could help you with trending information, how you're going to roll out Zoom video in the future, just by looking at what you're using today. You'll see the versions by client. As we go down that same page, you'll also see feedback. So when you need your feedback from your people using your system, you can see it. Zoom rooms, you have your top 25 Zoom room usage by minutes. Again, all of these are downloadable into CSV files for further consumption after the meetings are done. Now we're going to go back to the top and we're going to go over to meetings. Two things to note here. You're going to have two types of meetings. You're going to have a live meeting and you're going to have the past meetings. The live meetings, obviously, are the meetings that are going on at the time, and you can see who's in them, and you can see the meeting ID, the participants, and you can see if they're using voice over IP, which in this case, everyone is. Now, another thing that you can do, if given permission, let's say you want to go inside of a meeting and become one of the assistants, right? You can join live as an assistant here, obviously, if you get permission to go in. And you could do that on many occasions, depending on what's needed, right? Does the person need you to understand any problems with the call or troubleshooting or anything? You can actually come here and look. And as you can see, you can actually go into the individual users and even go further, deeper, more granular into the call. You can go into audio stats, video, screen sharing, and then CPU usage. Okay? Now we're going to go back up to meetings and then look at your past meetings. Let's say you have a past meeting that no one really knows the meeting ID. Well, you're in luck, because if you don't know the meeting ID, you can also look by email and username, which are always extremely helpful. And again, you'll still get the same type of information that you did on the live call. You'll be able to go to the meeting ID, click on it, understand who was in the meeting, and then find out where they're from, what type of call, how they were connected, and so forth. Now, you can also look into Zoom rooms. If you want to understand your Zoom rooms and how they're being connected, you can see the health of the call. You can look at and understand what the version software is, if they're using a camera, speaker, and you can also see the last time they were in a call. Now, one of the great things that we have coming up, which is new, is Zoom phone. Not only can you look at the Zoom phone statistics, but you can actually look at the MOS scores. Here you can see you've got the total call legs, you've got the MOS scores, the devices, the voice codec, ISP, network, Now, as you go further down the page, you'll also see the duration of the calls, whether they were internal calls, and the direction of the call. So that, in a nutshell, is the Zoom dashboard for your perusal. Again, if you want to look at this further, make sure to contact your Zoom professional in the future, and definitely take a deeper dive into this, and you can understand how it affects your network. And again, thanks again for coming. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next call. Thank you.